That's why it puts the little head there, because it's trying to get you to do it. It's just like, text, do it, go on me.
If I can get rid of, I honestly just mostly use it for like the messenger service now. I barely even scroll.
Well,
Yeah.
It's separate apps. You can get just the Facebook app or just the Messenger app.
Yeah, that's what Vanessa does too. And I saw the little head thing the other day on her screen. I was like, what the hell is that? Why is someone's face on your screen? And she's like, oh,
we're
it's
live,
Facebook.
and she's not saying anything again.
Oh.
It's
I
just
don't
so
wanna
She's just letting us
Well,
ramble.
To me, it's just
about
weird. It's like,
Facebook.
what won't they do to get you to click on it? Like, now they're just showing someone's face. Like, look, I'm here. You have to answer me now because my face is on your phone. It's like, bro.
See, I have Apple. I don't have anybody's little face. I just have a little red number over the app telling me that there's something there I need to look at.
If you haven't already, you need to watch that social media documentary on Netflix because it'll scare the fuck out of you. And then you won't want to go on Facebook or anything ever again. I already didn't, and then after that, it was just confirmation, and I was like, I told you guys, I'm fucking right. 5 years from now, I'm gonna be like, haha, none of my data's online, and all your fucking shit is online.
Nah, they'll just find, they'll get you another way.
Nope.
Yeah, I can find everything out about you currently at my job. So. So congratulations to the Role Players Guild for reaching affiliate today.
Yay, they did.
Hey, congratulations.
I actually went on and I made sure I was following them because I thought I was, but I wasn't sure.
I'm hearing somebody else. Is that Actually, no, that actually might be me. Might
Is it your fish tank?
No, I didn't have the Twitch. I didn't have the Twitch muted. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
I do that too. I'm gonna do. Oh, here I'll do a rejoice. There was much rejoicing. We'll do this.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay! Congratulations.
The Emperor's back.
Since you do all those clips,
it's hard with the things.
And did anybody click on the link that Thorium Dragon put in there? Because you should. You're missing out if you don't.
Which one?
In the chat, Thorium put in a link to the what was it? The thumbnail image for the 3rd session of Big Lundy's campaign, who's another streamer. So
that's funny.
You will recognize the creature as one you have fought. You guys fought one of these Ettins, although without mittens. Back on your journey when it was an Ettin and a troll that were fighting each other on the road.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So hello to everybody who's out there, Thorium and Initiative League and Role Players Guild, and I saw Darius Nalt and A Falcone, and I think that was it in the chat. Oh, and Dath949, one of the first ones. Hello. Welcome in. I don't think we officially split out the various things that we'll be doing in our intro, but I probably should have followed up on that. But I did want to say that I mailed out the winners' stuff yesterday, so everybody should start receiving their things. I wanted to wait until we got our Boris stickers, and we did. So
they look so good too.
They're amazing.
They look so fucking good.
Yeah, they do. I was like, oh my god.
You did the little story that pops up in the messenger, and when it shows like the holographic, like the way it hits, it looks. It looks
so
beautiful.
good. Everybody will get
it on Discord.
It looks so good.
Now I wish I made him even sparklier, because I never thought it intended or thought that it would be printed with that foil holographic color. It's like if I did, it's like awesome. I would have made it even more sparkles.
I love Boris.
So all of that is on the way. I did also want to do a quick update for the word of the week, and we can split this out next session, guys. But so we had been doing word of the week where it was just kind of like, enter in at the Armory or Tabletop Games, and you'll get something. So we have actually just kind of across the board. If you enter your name in at the front desk in the NAT30s jar, then you are entering to win a $10 gift card for the store that you're entering at. So if you go to the Armory and you enter your name in, it's a potential $10 in the store, you know, off of your purchase. This is a very specific thing. That way it's kind of like, this is the thing that you can get if you do this, as opposed to just like, you know, a vague promise of something. So just for our locals, you should definitely go to the Armory in Fairhaven, Tabletop Games in Westport, and New England Comics in New Bedford. And enter in the NAT30s jar. You just need to put your name some way that they can contact you, your email or your phone or whatever, and then the word of the week. Which the word of the week this week is
Goliath.
Still the same week.
Yeah. So you'll just...
Are we allowed to enter that? Because like I work across the street from the Armory, and I might want to put my name in.
I mean,
don't see why not.
Yeah, there's only like 3 people doing it. So maybe we'll encourage people to go do it. And I mean, this is every week, so it's not like anytime you go in, as long as you know what the word of the week is, you can put your name in the jar, and then
I'm gonna start telling my students. They're gonna go after school and start putting their name in the jar. I'm gonna get this going for the Armory. I'm telling them right now.
And
I don't know about the others, but I know I can get this going for the Armory.
Yeah, Tabletop Games is part of the Compound Network, and they were the ones who got us the giveaway stuff. Nice. So just throwing that out there for our locals who are here. Yes, we appreciate our non-locals as well. We just have the little extra push for the people that are here in Acushnet, Fairhaven, Westport, New Bedford, Fall River, this area. If you're within 50 miles, you can make an excuse to come down. Maybe not right now, but also Patreon. We did launch a Patreon. I am starting to make maps now. So we've got at least one map. The Brew Bottle Tavern will be coming soon, but another map is being released in a few days. You can get homebrew items, DM notes if they're well written, not the garbage that I have currently in front of me. And then just any writings that we've got going, and it is for technically half the cost of a Twitch sub, so $2.50 a month, and it comes to us and you'll be supporting the stream. So that's another thing that you can do. Everything that besides our merch, where that is being a dollar of every sale is going to be donated to pancreatic cancer research, but everything else goes back into the stream to make it better, and we'll be streaming live in a studio, fingers crossed, by the end of the year, I hope. You know, COVID notwithstanding. So, and then I think that was it. We've got the Compound is streaming right now. If you haven't gone over and followed them, you should do so, because eventually we'll be streaming over there, at least when we do the live stream, which is a few months away, but just so that you don't miss it. Anything else I'm forgetting? Probably.
Did we talk about merch? I think we did.
Oh yeah, the merch. They did say the merch. Oh yes. So here's our merch link. Just spamming the shit out of the chat. And
I think Cuba should be Vanna White. That should be his job.
And this is your last day to technically enter for our January giveaway.
So beautiful.
Of the Art and Arcana D&D history Arcana book that was given to us by Tabletop Games in Westport. I think Darius Nault has like 6 out of the 14 entries or so. You can use your you can brawl or battle in the chat to get extra points to buy an extra ticket, or you can use your channel points, your critties. It's free to enter. You can enter as many times as you want. If you've got the points from watching the show, then you can enter 16 times if you want. Next month, go ahead.
So I say Cuba looks like a preschool teacher when they read the book and then they have to hold it. They have to hold it this way to show all the pictures. You know?
Yeah, we'll be doing. What day is it? It's the 30th. Tomorrow's 31st. So on Tuesday we will do the drawing. To basically, we just put it up in Foundry, which is the virtual tabletop that we use. I put everybody's names into a rollable table along with basically like the what's the word? The weighting of how many times that you entered. So if you entered 5 times, then if I roll a 1 through 5, then it's yours. If you entered 10 times, it's 1 through 10, and then everybody else gets 1 entry, or however many. I show the rollable table so that you are aware of how likely you are to win, and then we roll it on stream, and that's the fairest way. Everybody gets to see who wins in real time. So good luck to Darius Nault, your Tasha's, and what was the other thing? I think magic item cards, I believe it was, or monster cards, I forget which one it was, are on the way as well. I could have probably dropped them off at your house, but I was like, that would be creepy. It would save me $5, but it would be a little creepy if it just showed up
just
on
get a wrist rocket, like one of those big slingshots, and just like as you have Cuba drive by, just aim for that front door.
Yeah, I mean, I still would be at their house, so.
I mean, you can, a couple 100 feet away, just lob it.
So, all right, we are going to continue with our campaign. We're continuing with the Bums of Greenest. I'll do a little recap after this. What is this called? Our introduction. Here we go.
Was thinking I'd go back and just watch later and find out what she said. I'm like, it's on an ad.
It's on the internet.
Well, tell her she has to subscribe on Patreon, otherwise she's got to wait.
Oh,
yeah,
I shouldn't
listen to what I just said about you unless you subscribe. You have to join the Patreon, be a subscriber, give us money.
I'll sign up with your credit card.
She said she'll sign up with my credit card.
Breaking that bank at $2.50.
And let's be clear, that's $2.50, not $250.
Yes, $2.50. $2.50.
She'll find a way easily to spend that. No worries.
Oh, you want to know why? Because I'm running.
What can you even buy anymore for $2.50? Not much, but you can buy a subscription to us.
That's true. We're cheaper than
we're
cheaper than
cheap.
A coffee.
Yeah, we are. We're very, very much cheaper than a coffee.
For a month,
once a month coffee.
Coffee's
like
once
a month. We're really
Fluffy.
cheap. How many times do we play per month? 2-3
and
times
we don't
a week.
We don't give you bad breath. We won't make you have to shit. Like, we're awesome.
We don't stand by those claims.
Yeah.
All right.
All claims made by Arik are of his own free will.
Arik claims to not make you shit, but we're not going to stand by
He throws up a lot, so I don't
know. Okay, so when we last left the Bums of Greenest, you all were departing from Baldur's Gate after having been essentially I won't say blackmailed or strong-armed, but convinced to go to an abandoned mine to the southeast of the city in order to obtain the materials required for the resurrection of Erdnot Brewbottle's recently murdered daughter, Dratha. You were given the information by a wizard who Garmir, Erdnot's cousin, had used to send the message that hurried along your return to your home, who would like for you to also, while you are there, locate and bring back an orb that he warned you not to touch. So you left the city of Baldur's Gate and are heading across the plains, not along any kind of road. So at first you kind of go out through the outer city there, and then head immediately to the southeast, more easterly than south. But on your way immediately, like the moment you step outside of the city, you guys see Avedon like touches the circlet on her head. I'm doing this only because she would do it, not because I want to play an NPC.
Oh my god, is she gonna ride for us?
Straight out the gate. But so she touches the circlet on her head, and you see her almost like do a little like wrinkle a nose. And okay. So as you are walking, she stops for a second and she touches the circlet, and then all of a sudden, in a poof of multicolored rainbow glitter,
oh, but we are
Boris,
nice, and we will attend to your
the mood-ring unicorn, a donkey glittering in even when there is no light, appears almost in the center of all of you, kind of pushing several of you away, and it's like, and you like look down, there's glitter all over you. Except this time, Boris is a beautiful hunter green color. And when he arrives, he looks almost exactly the same. The carrot that is tied to the top of his head, it like wiggles a little bit, and he stands almost like with chest puffed out, like he's a donkey, but if you could picture like a stallion that is like doing, I forget what they call that canter type thing where they're like with their legs, and he's just standing there, and he looks back and forth among all of you and says, "So where are we off to?" And Avedon is like,
I don't think that's what he sounded like.
That's what he sounds like this time.
She sounds like now.
Avedon jumps on his back, and he's like, "Hello, master. Where are we going?" So, where are you off to?
Oh, not wanting to be outdone here. He's going to cast Find Steed, and he summons forth a giant boar that he will ride upon.
Okay.
And
so in a less dramatic fashion, less glitter, less flair, how does the
glitter? Does that mean there is some glitter?
The glitter is probably just dirt.
In a poof of dirt.
What's really weird is that you eat boar on a stick all the time, and now you're gonna ride one.
Well, it's okay because he's not a real boar. He's an
he's just like a
he's an angel, essentially.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And his name is
that justification
Gildan. So he says.
What is
Gildan?
it? Gildan.
Okay.
Boris like clumps over a little bit towards Gildan and does a little bow. It's like, "Sir Gildan."
Gildan snorts and bows back. He's like,
Sorry. That totally cut me off.
Alright, so you guys have left about, it's almost 4, well, actually, let me start the time here. It's like rolling up on 4 p.m. It is winter time, so, you know, you guys are bundled up as much as you can be there. And the sun will be going down in the next hour or so. So you head out of the city and in the direction that you were given to try to find Foolshope, the abandoned mining town. So you head through the outer city and continue on. You will only be able to travel for about 2 hours or so before you would have to stop if you wanted to stop just as the sun is going down. Is that what you do, or are you traveling through the night?
Time is of the essence.
I think it would be safest if we were to camp for the night so we can get a full day's journey with the sun.
Oh right, wait. It's we didn't leave like in the morning. We left
No, it's 4 p.m.
Yeah. This is just right after our shopping spree.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Alright. We get as far as we can today.
All right.
So
go ahead.
before we had left, is there a way for us to try to, as we leave, are we traveling down a road, or what is it that we're traveling down?
You'd probably only be traveling down a road for about like 15-20 minutes, and then you'd have to veer off the road to head straight into the fields. So as you look out across, like, you are somewhat, it's somewhat familiar to you in terms of the way that the landscape looks, because it is essentially the same as when you traveled from Greenest to El Terrell. It is rolling fields. There are pockets of forest that come and go. They're not technically mentioned on any map that you have ever seen, but that's because they're just like little sections of forest, not like the Cloakwood or the Woods of Sharp Teeth in scale. So there are hills, there are grassy areas, there are pockets of forest.
When we leave, do you guys think it'd be a good idea if we try to maybe dissolve our tracks, obfuscate the tracks as we go to make it harder for us to be tracked if anybody tries to follow?
I believe if anybody's trying to follow, they'll still be able to follow. Most likely see the trail of glitter.
Can't hurt to try and keep our tracks covered.
You will have to travel more slowly if you do that.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, I feel like we need to just go. And he's right about the glitter. And if you've ever had glitter on you, I don't know if you have, but you can't get that off.
And then Avedon looks at you and she's like, "Come on, guys, don't pick on Boris." And she's like,
"Oh, I'm not. I love the glitter. I'm just saying, we ain't got no time
it's
to
fine,
try
I
to
can
pick
handle
it up. We gotta just go. I mean, we gotta go."
I just know that we've got somebody that was possibly keeping an eye on the place, may have seen us leave, might try to intercept us on the way.
I mean,
Or maybe they're still,
no matter
maybe they're still in the city. Who knows? Maybe they didn't see us leave.
As you guys are talking, Avedon riding on top of Boris. Boris is like, he doesn't know exactly where you're going, but he is like, he's on a mission. So his hunter green body he's like a good, 5 feet, 7 feet ahead of you all at any given time. And as you guys are chatting, Arik and Micaiah, you can't help but look up and you see that, like, before, as you picture a donkey or a donkey's ass, he was just kind of like, almost like how, what do you think? Hey, Kellen. before it was like kind of like you know, Shrek and Donkey, where you know, just kind of like walking around very excitedly. Now it's like this regal, like boom, 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 of this hunter green glittery ass with a little donkey tail swishing back and forth. It's still nothing, like not the most amazing and impressive ass you've seen on an ass, but he's owning it as if it were. His bravery can be felt through his ass. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I did.
That's the best quote I've ever heard. Bravery can be felt through his ass.
So we're going for speed then? We don't want to try to cover our tracks?
We only have so much time. Everything we do is a risk at this point.
And I think it's one that's worth risking. And I know you agree, Eric.
And so does the beepy microwave.
That
We'll
is
just
Boris. He like backs up
Yes,
a
it
couple of
does.
steps, and then he walks forward again.
We'll just have to be extra vigilant on our watches.
Boris got a dump truck for an ass, apparently.
Mm-hmm. This time. So as you guys are walking to, Vidania kind of looks, and you see that she is keeping an eye out behind you as you all are walking along. So you are traveling along. You only have a couple of hours, but you're going to set up shop for the night. Can somebody roll me a? Well, Vidania is going to roll a perception check because she would. As you guys are going along. Okay. Make a roll real quick. Okie dokie. So you find an area very, very easily off the side. You haven't traveled too far from the city. Like you can still pretty much see the silhouette of it behind you as the sun is going down. Does anybody, how about you, who's staying up? I'm assuming that you are going in shift.
Gildan is going to stay up all night with each guard party. Or not going to instruct him to just kind of patrol the perimeter all night.
Okay.
Stealth pig.
I didn't say he was stealthy. He is very large.
Zan will do his normal last watch.
Okay.
Or not first watch with the boar.
Okay.
I'll do second watch.
Okay. Erdnot, roll me perception for you and Gildan.
I'm on there too.
You're on the first watch?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Is you roll perception like you mean roll perception twice or?
You roll with his stats.
Oh, okay. This is that.
Can I give or not guidance? Cantrip guidance on that?
Yeah, you
He
can
has
roll. You can
a
roll too.
passive
Actually, you're going to be
perception.
rolling perception as well.
Oh, okay. How come my little thingy is not popping up?
If you hit C, you should. Does it work if you guys?
Usually there's a thing on the top.
Yeah, that's only if your token is on this screen. Which I can shift you guys over.
Oh, that's a nice, very picturesque.
12.
Didn't make you guys this big, but that's fine.
That's a 6 for him
Okay.
because he's got a negative 20 wisdom, right? I'm confused as how to roll for the pig.
Negative 20.
Negative 2 on wisdom.
Okay.
Holy shit, dude! Negative 20.
All right. So you guys.
Wisdom 7 with negative
Some
2.
pig.
So you are all you sit up. You're able to fairly easily and quickly, like you're close enough to the city that you can find an old, like, abandoned, recently abandoned, but not anything that makes you nervous, campfire area, like campfire pit, and an area where somebody else has clearly, like, set up in the past, probably in the past week or so. And this first watch, it goes by without anything. You just kind of sit there looking out into the night, but nothing catches your eye. Very quiet evening. Do I have anything for this? Let me check. No, I don't. Okay. Next watch?
I'm assuming probably me and Vidania.
Okay.
I'm just gonna guess because usually we team up because.
You want me to roll for the pig again?
No, I'll just do that one roll. Because there's so many people already.
It's 19.
Okay.
That would have. Oh no, I thought I had a negative 1. I was gonna say it would have been a 20.
All right. So as you are sitting there, looking out, you swear you see it. At a certain point, you hear like a little crackle, like a branch breaking. Arik. And Vidania is like close by, but she's looking in the opposite direction. And you think you see like a small shadow out behind some brush. Maybe about 20 feet away. Like fairly close.
Okay, well, I'll pull my crossbow as quietly as I can, assuming it would be close to me, and I'm just gonna take a shot at it.
At the shadow that you saw?
Yes.
Okay. Roll
And,
for...
right before... Okay, never mind. Did you say roll for attack with a crossbow?
Yep.
There it is. It's a 13. I'll use one of my inspirations. I can do that, right? The inspirations work on attack rolls too?
Yep.
Okay. And I'll roll a 4. Please don't be a 1. Ah, it's a 4. It's a 17 in total.
All right.
I gotta somehow...
Okay. So roll damage. So you let loose the crossbow bolts, and it sinks into something in the brush. You actually don't even hear any noise as you look. And Vidania turns around, and then she like knocks an arrow, and then she comes up behind to see what you've hit.
Congratulations, you've killed a small village child. It's a 6 for damage.
Gildan would run over to all this commotion as well.
So you all kind of like Gildan like bounds over to the shadow that was there, and you hear like the exactly there you go. I'm glad you're doing it because I didn't want to do it.
You do that well. You do that well.
He's my boar. I get to play him.
So he bounds over, and then Vidania like slowly is behind you. She just kind of like nods to you, Arik. She's squishy. She's not going first.
How?
There's no movement now that you've hit whatever it was.
Okay. I'll yell, stay. Do not move. Hopefully loud enough to get everybody in the group will hear me. And then I'll nod towards Vidania as if to tell her to move around to the other side. And then I'll approach with my longsword drawn.
Is Gildan running like right up to the thing, or what is he doing?
He's running up to Eric because I'm picturing he must have been on the other side to not see this, so he doesn't know what he shot or even that he did shoot, so he's just run up to where the noise
does this pig know? Does it actually understand language?
Yeah, it understands whatever language I tell it to understand. So yes, it'll understand you. It's going to
Oh shit, okay, I didn't know that.
It's not an animal. It's a celestial being.
Oh, okay. Well, I would point and say, "Go get it." I didn't know that they would understand that it understood like language.
Turns and looks at you.
And then I'll follow with my shield up.
So everybody else make perception checks to see if you wake up.
Ernot's telepathically linked with it, so he would automatically be awake. Like it would have been like, something's up.
Is that what the spell says?
Yeah, we have a telepathic link for up to a mile.
I like the idea that that's what it says to you in your head.
7 for Xander.
Okay, Zan and Avedon. What was that?
Makai got a 15.
Okay, Micaiah, you wake up. Zan and Avedon, I picture you both are actually curled around Boris, who is awake, but he's sitting up, but lying down, and he's watching what's going on, but he's almost like guarding Avedon and Zan, and he's ready, but he doesn't wake them up. Like, I'll wake. So Micaiah, you wake up and are able to see Arik, the giant boar, and Vidania very slowly, like circling around this brush that was about 20 feet away. There's nothing moving over there anymore, but they're heading over in that direction.
Well, I'm going to catch up with them, and I'm going to ask very quietly, what's going on, guys?
Ernot would also come up to them as Gildan trots forward to inspect.
Ernot, can you shine some light over there?
I need to touch an object, so I can't just shine a light. I have to touch something that will emit light.
My shield.
Okay, but the light will be coming from the shield. It's not like it's gonna be a flashlight.
Oh, it doesn't like illuminate beyond.
Only 10 feet. Oh wait, no, sorry. Read that wrong. Can't be bigger than 10 feet. It will emit a bright light for a 20-foot radius.
Yeah, so 20 feet all around. So are you doing that, or?
Can we see anything? We have dark vision. I don't know if he's wearing. I'm assuming he's wearing his goggles.
The thing that he hit was in the brush, so you kind of have to like go over to inspect it.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll cast light on his shields then.
Okay. So you like illuminate this area. Everybody's eyes kind of like went because of the sudden change, and you start heading over to the brush. Just to also to clarify, if you're sleeping, you are not wearing your armor, or you do suffer a point of exhaustion. So just pointing that out. If you are asleep and you wake up into a combat situation, then you are not with your armor AC.
All right. Well, he's in his skivvies then.
Yes. Otherwise, you are sleeping in full armor, which means that you.
I feel like that's something he would do, though.
But then you're exhausted every day because you don't sleep for the whole night. So
it's comfortable.
So you head forward and start walking in the direction of this brush, and as you get closer, you're like right there. You can't see what's in there. Arik, are you going forward for it, or?
Well, yeah, the boar go forward.
Okay, the boar goes. So the boar like steps forward and grunts a little bit, and then pushes against the brush, and out pops the dead body of a raccoon.
I said it was going to be a raccoon too.
With a bolt square in its heart, even from that far away and without even knowing what you were hitting. It was just like a really lucky shot. And it is just dead.
Shot, boyfriend.
Gildan picks it up and just trots over and drops it in front of Eric.
I'll pick it up by the bolt and I'll give Gildan like a little scratch behind the ears.
This kind of looks at you like, I don't know if I want you touching me. Kind of look.
Well, too bad. I already did it. And I'll just
breakfast.
Vidania goes over, picks it up, and he's like, "Yeah, I can work with this." Hey, Type of the Pond, thanks for the follow. So that is the end of that shift. Nothing else happens unless you all wanted to chat.
It's
Otherwise,
like in the morning,
okay.
Right? It's
What?
middle of the night. It's middle of the night.
Yeah.
No. I'm not going back to bed.
Sam, I'll that. Sorry.
What was
blowing her nose. That was Lee blowing her nose from
Oh my god.
That was just the last gasp
Holy
of
crap.
air from the raccoon.
It was the death rattle of the.
Dude said
Rattle.
she's got that pregnancy congestion. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
So, before he goes to bed, Arik will fill the lantern of revealing with a pint of oil.
Okay.
He'll light it, close to him or close to the center, wherever. I'm not sure what the sleeping arrangement is, if we're all sleeping around a fire or however it is. Just the point of maximum coverage. You know what I mean? So.
All
I'll
right.
just.
Okay, so as the night wears on, whoever's on the last watch, I won't even have you roll because it's quiet for the rest of the night. But as you are sitting there, kind of looking out, and you're not quite in the woods yet, despite this picture that I have up, you start to feel like the little pitter patter of drizzles, and look up at the sky, and there are no stars that you can see. And you can tell it's gonna probably be a not so very much fun day, and it is fairly cold. So you wake up in the morning. Vidania, I'm gonna have her roll a survival check. Because why not? Just to see. Oh yeah. Vidania, who you didn't know was any kind of cook, and she's not really, but she preps the raccoon pretty decently.
Arik's gonna make sure you take that when she's done. He'll take the fur. He's gonna try to clean it up.
Make a hat out of it, please.
That's what I was thinking of.
Like, please make a hat out of it.
To go on to his beautiful.
No, I'm serious. Yeah, do it.
I thought you were gonna just make a scarf.
Could be a great disguise.
So,
Vidania bakes a cake out of it, probably. That's my guess. A raccoon cake. I feel like she could do it. She could make a cake out of anything.
Probably could. I don't want to give her that challenge while she's not here, but. So you guys all wake up. Boris is still his hunter green self. He stands up, looking very, very, very strong, and he's looking all around and kind of patrolling along with Gildan. Yeah, you just kind of head off unless there's anything else you wanted to do.
I want to summon a magical creature.
Okay.
The heck? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You can
But I kind of
be-
do. But I kind of do want to now
But-
because now I'm kind of jealous.
The difference is that you get to be a magical creature.
Right.
That's true.
You
You know what? You're actually, you're 100% accurate. So
So-
Micaiah turns into a wolf. No, I'm
So
serious.
while the raccoon was good, you did have to kind of fill a little bit with the rations that you all have brought. You noticed that there was a little bit less raccoon than you would expect. And Vidania just kind of like looks at all of you and she's like, Phoebe ate it. No, that's good. I think it might be good for a while. Like she just kind of touches
Oh
it
my
a little
gosh.
bit.
Oh, she gave her a little pet. Well, Micaiah is going to turn into a wolf because Micaiah wants to concentrate on the smells that she smelled in the tavern that were kind of weird. So, wolf form it is.
All right.
Sticking right by Eric's side.
You can make a perception check.
Okay. Oh.
Nice.
So
I ever
with a
needed
20,
to roll.
You smell the colors.
Oh yeah.
Smell everything.
so it's a completely overcast day, and I would say that there are light drizzles, as it mentions here. I have a little weather app, so you can
saw
see
that.
what
That
the
was
weather is.
I saw that. It's cool.
That was cool.
So you just kind of like hang around the back end as you guys are all getting ready to head out and sniff the air, taking a look around. You see quite a bit in your wolf form. You see all the different types of animals. You can smell squirrels and other raccoons, and you can smell the blood from the raccoon that was killed the night before. You do not pick up on any additional scents that are familiar from the tavern in your wolf form at this time.
Okay. Well,
Are
that's
you
good.
gonna stay as a wolf?
I'm staying as a wolf. I am staying
For the
for
2
3
hours?
hours.
3 hours?
3 hours. I looked it up. Yeah, 3 hours.
So, you guys all continue on your journey. I'm gonna have, who wants to roll me a d20?
Zan hasn't rolled anything.
Yeah, good point. I was gonna say, let's not all jump at once, huh?
Don't put Zan on the spot. When you put him on the spot,
Well,
he
no.
rolls shit.
No, I mean,
Zan already rolled a 7 tonight, so we'll see.
Oh.
Which means you're due for a 20.
Exactly.
And
There we go.
Cabalos, thank you for the follow.
That's a 2.
Oh no!
See?
All right.
Zan
Oh,
only
you
rolls
fired.
good when he roll when it's like a natural thing, not when you're like Zan roll.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna make a roll myself. So you guys continue on through the fields from Baldur's Gate. You believe you are on the right track. And you continue on. I'd say about halfway through your journey, so probably a good 4 hours. As you are going through, you find yourself in another like little patch of forest about noontime this day. And 1 second, I'm just gonna change the time to make sure that it's. I will say it's like 11ish. So you're traipsing through, holding hands, skipping, and you see
Skip.
just the regular in this particular forest. Ooh, I have forest sounds. Okay, let's go with this. It is still like a little drizzle that you can kind of hear in the trees. The barely any leaves that there are left in some of them. As you're walking, so your beast shape would have worn off although, again, Micaiah, as you were kind of hanging out in the back while Boris kind of leads up front with Abaddon on his back, you didn't catch any other scents that would have made you nervous. You could smell some smaller woodland animals, maybe a fox here or there, but nothing that caught you off guard during that time. About an hour after you've shaped back into your half-elf form, you all suddenly hear this, like, do I have this sound? Well, I got all these random sounds. I gotta use them. Nope. I don't think I have this one. Hold on. Nope, I don't. So you suddenly hear this, like, thud and, like the thud noise of something hitting a tree. And as you guys all stop and look, you can see an arrow has hit a tree, probably about 15 or so feet away from you, like in front of you, but to the side. And attached to it, you can see that there's a little slip of paper that's just hanging off of it.
Who's it closest to?
So it's in front of you, so Abaddon and Boris would be the closest, but Abaddon is just like stops and Boris stops, and he takes a couple of steps back, but not in a like I'm afraid kind of way, but in a like I'm protecting Abaddon kind of way. And he steps back, and then Abaddon turns and looks at you all, and then looks back.
Zan will go and retrieve the note.
So you...
Mr. Arkle raises his shield and he'll step in front of whatever squishy is next closest to him. Either, I'm assuming probably Micaiah, since she was in the rear. Giggity.
So you, Zan, you step forward, and kind of like looking around, and then you come up to the note. Are you taking the note off of the tree, or are you just kind of reading it?
I'll take the note off the tree.
Okay, so you pull it down, and it's like barely legible, but you pull this like little piece of parchment. The arrow is like solidly in this tree. At this point, you could only break it to take it off if you wanted, but you can definitely take the note down, and you can see written down in common, "You are a fool for looking," with an exclamation point on the end.
Judging from the angle of where it hit the tree, can I see anything from the point of origin?
Make a perception check.
17.
You look off in the direction that you believe the arrow came from, but you see nothing.
I bring back the note, show it to everyone.
Is it the same handwriting as the note?
So looking at it, immediately you can tell that it is not the same handwriting. It's barely, like, you can hardly, it's like chicken scratch almost. Like, you know what it says, but it's not even like an attempt at being kind of like a little bit cursive-y, flourishy that the other note was.
Not written by the assassin.
Could have more to do with our destination.
Besides the wizard and Garmir, no one else knows where we're going.
Could you tell where it was from, Zan? I saw you looking over there.
I tried looking to see, but it could be shot from very far away, but still close enough that we should be ready just in case.
I mean, I can try to catch the scent. I have one more wild shape.
What time of day is it?
About 11. 11:30 in the morning.
To me, the note is a warning. If they wanted to attack us, they wouldn't have aimed for a tree.
How far are we from our destination?
You don't know exactly, but you have at least another day and a half.
So
You've
we're
only
too far.
traveled.
We're too far away for them to be like, "Get away from my mine, you crazy kids!"
As far as you know, the mine is abandoned.
I think we should continue moving on, keeping an eye out. Whoever sent the arrow is close enough to hit us if they wanted to.
Sorry, I didn't know it was gonna show up that big.
It's so big. I love it. Oh my god. I wish it was really that big.
Okay, so sorry. What are you all doing?
I'm staring at his carrot.
Whoa.
Hey. Aric's feeling
Why you
hurt.
gotta be dirty like that?
Boris sees you looking and he looks over at you and he's like, "You got it right."
Erdnot would say to Micaiah, "Can save your wild shape," and he'd look at Gildan and say, "Take a look," and he would dismount and have Gildan run in the direction that Zan had pointed, and
That's a good idea.
he would have him go up to the mile limit where we lose our ability to communicate with each other.
Okay. Are you gonna stay in one place while you wait, or are you guys continuing on while you wait for Gildan to get back?
We can keep going. He'll know how to find us.
Okay. So I would say, about 15-20 minutes later, Gildan comes back to you. He was not able to find anything. Nothing, there's animals and stuff all around, but no obvious source of the arrow.
It's a shame. Really want to use this tusk attack on somebody.
Sure you'll have a chance. Okay.
Let's hurry on.
So you continue on. The rest of the day goes fairly uneventfully. And
what do you think we're foolish for looking for? Erdnot says to whoever's next to him.
I would assume probably whatever the wizard is asking for payment.
That orb, I'm guessing. I mean, said we can't touch it.
Who else would know about this?
I don't know.
Would he have tasked others as well?
Probably Gollum. He's probably like, my precious orb.
Never met the fellow.
Would not surprise me if he had not been looking for this before your cousin came to him. Could be any number of people who've gone looking for this even before the wizard. Did he mention anything other than what it looked like? Anything about what it does?
That he does not know. He wants it so he can study it.
As long as it brings back your daughter, I care not what it does. That's all that matters.
If we can find out what it does before we give it to the wizard, it might not be a bad idea. We don't want to be handing over a weapon to a man that we don't know.
I would not be going on this journey to get this for him if I thought I was handing over a weapon to a dangerous creature.
I trust your judgment, Erdnot.
But if I'm wrong, I will gladly smash it and him.
This
That
mission
sounds like
is,
a plan.
this mission is for your daughter, Erdnot. We're following your lead.
Yes, sir.
He nods and wipes away a non-existent dwarven tear.
And then
I was watery from the wind.
I just picture him then like clicking his heels and just kind of pulling forward on the little boar.
Big boar. It's a large creature.
Oh, is it?
Oh, damn.
So it's way bigger than you.
How does he
Oh,
get
yeah,
on
way
it
bigger.
then?
I know.
Yeah, how the hell does he get on it?
Hold on, does Ark need to pick you up and put you
Oh
on
my
it?
god, please. Please tell me that.
Like when you put like a little kid on the pony, like when you
Yeah.
go to like the fair and you have to put the little kid on the pony.
He's magical.
You're gonna be doing that
I
in the
assume my angelic benefactor magically conjures a goddamn saddle for
Like
me
a
to get
step-
on this.
Yeah, but you can't just
You need
use
like a step
stirrups.
stool.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you need a whole stair set to get
Yeah,
on.
you need like a stairs. to
No,
get
it's
up.
like a retractable stirrup. Like it goes all the way down to the ground, and then when he puts the one foot in,
Comes
it
up.
slowly raises him up so he can throw his other leg over.
It must take him
cute,
so
it's
long
cute.
though to throw his other leg over. Must take a while.
Just say you hold on to it, you tug it twice, and it pulls you up.
Oh my god! Like a rope thing.
Or Boris can help. He can just come up from behind
Oh my god!
and
just
like push
nudge
him
you
up with his head. Yeah,
Yes,
while he like
please tell me
struggles
that's
to
what
get up on
happens.
top.
You're having trouble, and Boris just comes over and just.
I'm connected to this creature. We have a seamless, strong, amazing bond. I
So
can
it would
get
know
on the
when to-
goddamn
Large
thing.
creature, and
It
you're
would know when
tiny.
to bow down. So Boris is like, "All right, here we go. Okay,
That's his voice. That's
You
his
got
voice.
it.
You
I was gonna say
Have
there
it.
it
You
is.
got it better. You gotta get it deep. It's like, ah, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got it. You're almost there. You're almost there.
That's
Go.
carrot.
You got- No, no.
Sorry, don't mind my carrot.
Where's the carrot gonna go? Oh, Jesus.
Exactly.
Oof.
He like pushes Erdnot up. Erdnot's there, and then Boris looks around. And he's like, I feel like something's missing, and there's no carrot there.
Or not
Now
has a
that
rare
needs to
smile.
be a comic. You can draw that one.
Oh my god, yeah, that needs to be one. Oh
So
god.
you see Erdnot with a real rare like shit-eating grin on his face suddenly. He's just right like yee. So happy.
So
I'll
you
be,
guys continue
back.
on. You continue on for the rest of the night of the day. Again, very quiet. You keep kind of like looking around. You see Vidania especially is looking around and you know, nervously trying to make sure that she keeps an eye out for all of the things that are going on behind you guys, but nothing else happens.
Did Roy just drop off?
He said he'd be right back.
Oh.
As we're going as a group, just kind of nonchalantly, Xander's just gonna walk over towards Micaiah and just start up a conversation. Hi, Micaiah. Been meaning to ask you, something the others might not understand, but you would probably, being a half elf, it's kind of an embarrassing, but I was raised with my human mother and grandfather. I've never gotten to know my elvish side. I was wondering if you have time during our travels, if you could tell me what it's like in elven families. What did I not, learn as I was growing up? It's always something that's kind of bothered me. The other elves, they didn't see me as one of their own, and neither did the humans. So I was just wondering, what are Elvish families like?
Well, my family might not be the best example of an Elvish family. We had our own issues. My father, well, basically became crazy at one point in his life, or at least that's what my mother told me, that he split. I mean, I can definitely tell you of, you know, the lore and other things that I know of, but I have to admit that I probably did not get the Elvish experience and maybe that you're seeking. I mean, maybe the both of us might want to talk with Vidania. I mean, if she'll ever move from the one spot that she keeps staying in. I mean, maybe she would have more to say.
Must be honest, she intimidates me most of the time.
Does she? Yeah.
Most elves
real quiet.
do.
Yeah.
As you guys are talking, she's kind of like off to the side and a little bit in the back, still looking around, but she's just constantly kind of like stroking the little golden amulet on her chest, just kind of almost like it's soothing kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you're just as deadly, though. I gotta say. I mean, you're pretty intimidating yourself.
I try not to be. Yeah. The only thing I know of my father is he was an elf, so I don't know any customs or even his name. So, but perhaps between you and Vidania, I can learn some more of that side.
I can tell you what I know. I'm happy to do that. I mean, my father, he was a human. So, I mean, it was an interesting experience. I don't know if I want to get into it right now, I'll be honest with you. Just because it's still bothering me. You know, that fortune teller really messed me up.
Is your father still with us?
I have no idea. I mean, that's part of the reason why, or the main reason, if I'm being honest, that I started in my travels, trying to find him. I have no idea where he is. It kind of became the village joke, so to speak, but come to find out that that was a spell put on him by a witch on behalf of my mother. So
well, I guess that's another thing we have in common. I don't know where my father is either, even if he's still alive or not.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I guess estranged parents across all species.
Come to find out, my father didn't want to be, and I didn't know that my whole life. That's why I can't take no lies. That's why I blew up on Abaddon like that. I just need the truth. I need to know what happened. I need to know what he knows. I don't know. I need a drink. Sam.
I'm sure Erdnot.
This emotional stuff in there.
I'm sure Erdnot has some good reserves left. Perhaps when we catch camp tonight, we can catch a drink.
I would love that. Then I could tell you a little bit about what I know.
I look forward to it.
Micaiah just gives him a wink, like.
Zan blushes.
Oh, Zan, I love him.
I do.
He's so sweet.
So you all continue on. It's starting to get close to about, the end of your 8-hour travel period when the sun is beginning to go down. Do you press on, or are you bedding down for the night?
I think we should probably start camp, if that's all right with everyone.
Aye.
Fine by me.
Will we be there in the morning?
No, you still have another day.
Oh, I thought this was the other day.
Nope, you're still.
How many days are we into this?
You're only so you left. It's a 2-day journey from Baldur's Gate. You guys left around 4 p.m. So you just finished your day, your first 24 hours, like your first day's journey.
Okay.
They have one more day. At the end of the next day, you think you'll be there based off of what the wizard said. You'll probably get there when the sun is going down tomorrow.
All right. Then we should prepare and rest. Be a long day tomorrow.
Okay. So you kind of set up. I'm gonna have. Who wants to roll me a d20? See what happens there.
Not Zan.
Nobody wants.
Is it just a?
Who? Someone else did it.
I got you 18.
Okay, 18.
Nice.
This time the penmanship on the arrow is much better.
Imagine if that's what she said. Oh my god, I would die.
Alright, so,
we are not visited by the ghosts of Christmas past. Is that what you're gonna say?
Come forth and know me better, man.
Yes. I love that you know that. Was that good? Did I roll 18?
so who's got first watch, as you guys...
I will again.
Thing as before, the night before.
Yeah, I would say same people.
Yeah. Raccoons better watch out. Gunning for them.
We might be moving on to bigger prey. Shoot eagles.
All right,
Then
so...
How un-American would you be?
So make a... whoever's up, you can roll a perception check. Yeah.
That's for me. Let me roll for the pig.
I perceive 15.
15, and 11.
Oh, -2 to that 11. So.
Okay.
9.
So you guys are sitting up, Erdnot and Micaiah just kind of sitting there looking out into in between the trees. You found yourself, it's a separate wooded area, but if you're kind of going in a straight line, it seems to be a more heavily forested than when you guys were traveling up the plains to El Terrell. But you have a little fire going, and looking out into the darkness, you hear the sounds of nighttime in the forest, but nothing catches your eye as being suspicious or unusual.
Okay.
And who's got the next watch?
Can you put like a glow effect on Boris? Like I feel like he just would emanate some sort of dull light in the dark.
He doesn't glow, but he does glitter even when there is no light. Like if you were to look over at him, you'd see like little, I mean you can see it because there is a campfire, but he doesn't glow, but he does glitter in the night, like little flicks of glitter.
He doesn't turn green like the stars on the kids stuck to the kids ceiling in their room.
He is no
his green mane.
Dark hunter green at the moment still. He has not been dismissed by her, so he is this dark hunter green with like glitter but you can't really see the color in the night. So next up, Roland.
Yep. And I'll light the lantern of revealing.
Okay.
So.
I don't know who's keeping track of your oil, but you'll want to mark 2 of them gone.
Does it take a whole can of oil? I don't remember.
It
8 hours for
6 hours on 1 pint of oil.
6 hours. There you go.
7.
All right. Anybody else up with? Oh, it was Vidania. Sorry.
Vidania.
Yep.
Roll her. I will roll Vidania. Vidania's up.
Raccoon's gonna rip my throat out.
You killed my mother. Vidania got a 9. Feel that. Okay, so as you all are just kind of like pacing a little bit around the perimeter here, keeping an eye out. Are heads or tails?
Heads.
All right, so you are walking. Gildan is also just kind of doing a little bit more of a wider perimeter around your camp tonight. And as you're walking along, you suddenly feel yourself like you trip on something. It's a little dark. You have your owl goggle things, but when you kind of transition from looking at the fire out into the night, it takes a second, and as you're walking, you trip. You begin falling down, and then suddenly you feel yourself caught, like mid-air. And before you hit the ground, and there are all these vines all around you, holding you still, and then they right you in place, and you stand up on your feet, and the vines like flip back towards away from you towards a tree that is probably maybe like 10 feet away. In order to catch you, they must have shot out, but you weren't hurt, and then righted, and then it goes like and slides back into a tree. And as you look over in the direction that it came from, and then like look up, you can see a tree. But it appears to almost have like the limbs of a humanoid, and this like long like nose. You can make out the features of a face, and it's just kind of standing there, not moving, still as any of the other trees, just standing there amongst the trees, just looking at you.
I thought there was gonna be an Evil Dead situation right here. We have spam in the thing here.
Okay, you can right click, and it should give you the option to like ban or purge. I'm just gonna ban them. You can ban them if you want.
Ban hammer.
You want to do it, or I can do it. I've got it up.
Just did it.
You did it. Okay. So you are standing, and Vidania is over like, probably 20 feet away from you on the opposite side. She's like, "You all right over there?"
So just to clarify, I was walking, I tripped over something, it caught me to stop me from falling, and obviously like in a helpful style move, and then it righted me.
Yep.
Right. Okay. And I'm just staring into the face of this giant tree creature.
I mean, you're not staring into the face of it. It's like 10 feet away, and it's very tall. So you like are looking. When you look up the tree, you're like, "Oh shit, there's a face there." It's like it's just kind of existing. It's not acknowledging you per se. It's just kind of like there.
Hello, little.
I was gonna say, Ari is just looking at this thing, and he has no idea what else to do. So he's literally just gonna kind of like bow in thanks and slowly back the fuck away towards like where Vidania is. And then he's gonna, while not even breaking eye contact with this thing, he's literally just gonna lean over to him and just say, "There's a fucking tree with a face."
Okay.
Like he's just so dumbfounded. He's never seen anything like this before, ever. So he's just he's just completely like just like, what?
Vidania looks at you, and she says, "A tree with a face. Oh, that's an ent. Yeah. I mean, if it didn't attack us, then it's probably okay." long as we don't fuck around with anything in the area, we should be good.
It helped me from falling. So I didn't fall over.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of weird, but maybe it was feeling happy today.
It's a very polite tree. Like, Arik is just like I said, just like he's never seen anything even. He's seen dragons and all that so far, and the flying castle, but for some reason, this is weird to him. Weird as all hell.
Just don't do anything to piss it off. But that's good to know. We've got somebody looking out for us, I guess.
Gildan trots by in his circle, and he just goes, and doesn't stop, but just agrees with her as he just keeps circling on by.
Yep. And Arik is just gonna be like, yeah, oh, okay, okay, cool. Like, we're just looking at this like 10-foot tall face, this just giant tree head looking down at him.
Yeah, it's not even moving. Like if there is a breeze, like it shifts a little bit in like just a very light breeze, but it doesn't even do anything. Kind of is there. Whether
also,
go ahead.
Also playing on the whole Vidania thing, he's almost like at how calm she is about it. He's just kind of like, what the fuck is going on, guys? Like, he's used to death threats. He's used to trying to be killing and being, trying to kill other things, but what the fuck?
Yeah. Her being an elf who has lived at this point 4 times as long as Arik. She, the elves see this kind of thing fairly frequently, so she's like nonplussed.
Yeah, but Arik, like I said, they don't have these in Jacinta. So.
So the Ent is there and watching. Whether you feel comforted or creeped out is up to you. Vidania doesn't seem overly concerned, and she continues.
I think that just depends on where you decide to relieve yourself.
Yeah, don't piss on that tree. And final watch.
So I believe Zan and Avedon.
Zan and Avedon.
Before he goes to bed, he's gonna make sure he points that out, the giant Ent, to the other two taking the next watch. Don't piss off the tree.
Strange, but I'll avoid it.
Yeah. Avedon stays near it, but whenever she tries to talk to it, there's no response. She keeps trying, and then you can hear that she's talking to herself. Boris is standing near her and looking around very, very bravely. But she's talking to it, and then it's like she's talking to herself. Zan looking at Avedon, she just looks like she's totally crazy. She laughs a little bit to herself, and then she will talk to the tree, but the tree's not answering, or the Ent is not answering. You don't even know if she's really on watch this particular night.
Not sure if she's talking to the ghost, talking to the tree, or talking to Boris. I just know she's not talking to me.
No, she's not talking to you. Arik, I forgot to have you roll a d10, but we'll do that for this next day. So I'm gonna make one more roll just to see, real quick. Oops. Okay. And then the night goes on. Avedon again, kind of not. She's got so many people to talk to right now. She just can't focus on. She cannot focus on watching anything. But the night goes on without any kind of issue.
Just a social butterfly. Is that what they used to call it in school? You call you
Yeah.
a social butterfly when you had a
Social
ton of friends.
butterfly, all of her friends and pals and people who aren't actually talking back to her.
She's a chatty Cathy, that one.
So you wake up the next day, and The rain has stopped despite my weather here. But it is still kind of like, scattered clouds day. And you feel pretty good about, you're going to make it by the end of the day. So anything that you do before you set off, you pack up your lantern of revealing and continue on?
I will take one last look at the tree. Does his eyes move or anything like that? Like, is it like looking?
When you go to look, the tree's not there anymore.
He'll go to Vidania but the tree.
And she looks over and she sees that the one that you'd pointed out isn't there. She's like, yeah, they're real quiet when they want to be. Like,
They talk?
Yeah. They want to.
What is up with this side of the world? And he's just gonna shake his head.
She just shrugs. She's like,
He's just gonna walk away muttering like, talking trees and flying castles.
Or not packing up his gear and just says like, the boy's so young.
Vidania's like,
they don't have these where I'm from, old man.
So you continue.
I'd like to do
go
a
ahead.
quick just scan, for any other notes shot into the tree, and at the same time tell Gildan to do what we did the day before and just kind of trot back the direction we came and circle back to us.
Okay. Roll a perception check for Gildan. You looking around, like there doesn't appear to be anything else. You check in the vicinity. There's no notes. There's no arrows. There's
Gildan can't see
nothing.
shit.
There's nothing in the area. You guys kind of pack up and head on your way. Eventually, about 20 minutes later, Gildan catches up. Nothing to report back. All right. So you continue on this day. I'd say about three hours or so into your journey, you come across a pile of stones off to the side. It's like you're not on any particular path, so it's not directly in front of you, but kind of off to the side, maybe like 7 or 8 feet off of where you've been traveling. It's a pile of stones, and then there's a bunch of like dried flowers. As you approach, you see dried flowers, various types of rocks that have like little colors kind of painted on them. There are different herbs, spices, all these like different things. And as you get closer, Micaiah, you can make a proficient in nature. I would assume, yeah, you're up the land. Make a nature check.
Okay.
Oh.
I even got a noise.
So as you get closer, you very clearly, as you step forward and look at all of the things on this, like it's like a pile of rocks with different sized rocks, and they're intentionally placed where they're at. And as you get closer and look, you're like, this looks like a shrine, and there doesn't appear to be any symbols of any particular gods on this shrine. But given everything that's there, you get the impression that this is like a shrine with offerings to just nature in general.
I'll share that with everybody. My findings.
Would it be good fortune if we were to leave something on the shrine?
Would it? Does Micaiah know that?
It's not possible to know, but it couldn't, as far as Micaiah is concerned, it couldn't hurt. But that would depend on, how in tune with nature she feels and whether or not she wants to do such a thing.
She feels very in tune with nature. You should do that. Let's leave an offering.
What do you leave?
Something naturical. Boris, give me your carrot.
Boris
Let's
is standing
replant
there.
it.
He looks over at you. He's like, I don't know what you're talking. Sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you. I'm glad you changed the voice.
Or not would take out a couple of hops from his brewer supply kit and place them upon the rocks.
All right.
Oh, isn't that great?
Sam will look if there's any other flowers around to add to the dried flowers.
So the flowers, there's no flowers because it's too cold at the moment, but there are, some that have blown off of the shrine and are scattered around, but they're not flowers that you would have brought today.
Zen will pick up the other offerings and place them neatly around.
As you guys place different offerings on the shrine, you notice that the sun seems to shine just a little bit brighter through the scattered clouds, and this feeling of I won't say peace, but just it's gonna be a good day, and it fills you all.
Arik really wants to leave that raccoon fur, but he doesn't know if that's going to be good or bad. It's something from nature, but I massacred it.
He puts the raccoon fur there. The clouds, the sun goes dark.
Oh my god.
Arik thinks about it, but doesn't do it.
Oh my god.
All right.
It's about 10:45. I didn't know if you wanted to take a break.
Yeah, break.
What, halfway-ish
Break time?
point? I don't need a break, but you've been wanting a reminder of doing it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Let's do a break?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to take a quick break, and then we will be back.
I'm out of Capri Suns.
Oh, you got to fill those with your friends. All right, we will be back. are living at the whim of our toddlers, as our description says, and so my toddler has decided that our session is over. So I know, I got it. So
It's your baby.
we're gonna go to night now, okay? So, you guys continue through your second day. After the shrine, you get the impression that, you know, the sun is brighter. Micaiah wanted to cast spike. No, it wasn't spike growth, was it? It was plant growth, right?
Plant growth.
Plant growth. So, how do you do that? What do you do?
So I'm going to
I love you too. Good night, buddy.
point near like the shrine, and
I
all
really
the plants in a
promise.
100-foot radius become just
I love
like
you too.
thick
Good night.
and overgrown. So if there's any flowers or anything like that, they just like basically become like, you know, huge instantly. Make it all grow. Just bring life around that shrine. Pay homage.
Can you cast a sleep spell?
I don't think she has sleep.
I would. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Sorry. Plus, he's too far away from me right now.
Yeah, there is a range.
It's not within feet range.
Yeah, while Auric's not particularly religious, he understands what's going on, and he'll just kind of put his hand on Micaiah's shoulder as she does that, like an appreciation that she cares for a cause or for something more than herself, I suppose.
Oh, I'm gonna blush.
A lot of blushing and winking going on in this episode. I like it.
So you guys.
Too bad that Ent didn't blink and blush at me.
So you continue through, continue through this little wooded area, and when you reach the break in the forest, you look out and you can see that you're probably like a quarter of a mile. You begin to see some rundown shacks and homes. You can't quite see a mine, but looking out, you see the remnants of what is very likely your target destination of the abandoned mining town.
Cliffhanger.
And
Love it.
It's getting angry.
Oh,
And look at that
Getting
face.
angrier.
and we will stop there, and on Tuesday
And we'll pause.
you will.
do we hear
She gotta
that in
fight
the
her own.
distance?
She gotta fight her own dragon right now.
Let's see if we hear it.
Put it back in the
The
dungeon.
camera's not even picking it up because it's so loud. We will pick up there, and you guys will enter the abandoned mining town.
Oh.
I think I was
He
gonna
just
say,
said bye-bye.
picking
It's
it
so
up on-
weird. I can hear him.
I
And
think
We're-
he's-
We're picking
You-
it up on
about
Cubis.
Yeah, you-
yeah,
the
but not
keys out
yours.
loud.
So it sounds like he's far away, but it's
Yeah.
actually
He's
him.
telling her to like wrap this shit up. He's like, bye.
I thought they both were
Can he
up.
see us?
'Cause
Can
I
he
could
see us?
Hear it so
Yeah,
far
he
away.
can see the camera. He's not amused.
No, he's not. Okay. We're gonna raid.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Oh my
Well,
goodness.
thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Oh my goodness, so funny. Not funny, but funny. Not funny. It's funny.
There
Aw,
we go.
Phoebe, it's okay. Aw. When they get that red face, like the nose and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you know that's it.
It's like they're not stealthy enough.
Stealthy, but not stealthy enough.